Right, we all know Roadrunner, the Atari arcade game, which was actually converted quite nicely to the C64, which I didn't know at the time, and also the Atari ST version is, considering how shit the horizontal scrolling is in much later games on the ST, it's actually not that bad. So we're going to be checking out another Roadrunner game by High-Tech Software. Let's have a look with a bit of coffee, if we're lucky. All the steam out of that coffee. It reminds me I need to watch Excalibur. Although there is a slight issue with that. Anyway. Right, so you can have a level skip. No and no. CRT glasses, sir? Yes, sir. Okay, tell me to press fire. So there's no music like the original US Gold conversion. There's no scrolling either. So Roadrunner, who's the avian version of Speedy Gonzales, I suppose, is stuck in a non-scrolling game. What can you really say about that? The graphics are weird, they don't look cartoony at all. Utter shit, mate. This game is utter shit. There you go. Oh yeah, I pressed the key for fucking well, you have to hold it down for like 2 this Mr. Fox is annoying, mate. It should say press fire. Right, now we've got some scrolling we can't control. So it's basically Revenge of the Mutant Camels. Right, so it's literally a case of jumping over the old hurdles there. So a bit of decathlon. Ah, this is fucking shit, mate. Graphics are rubbish for the backgrounds. Your guy's actually alright. Came over. It's a pretty incomprehensible. Just get the fucking US Gold version, mate. Arkanoid rules apply. So, long time coming. Well, for one of these requests. Last time I did a request, which did take me yonks to upload, although I did only take about 2 months to do it, was Karateka. Now, the person who asked me to do that used to comment on every video I did, and then about 10-11 months ago, but they also stopped uploading videos. They used to upload a few videos a week, and that channel hasn't uploaded anything for 11 months. Now the problem there is, because they've uploaded videos, the channel will never turn off, even if they never log in again. So I'm not going to mention, the channel's name, but I suspect they've been killed by COVID or something else. I suspect they're not alive anymore. And I was reminded of that when I was checking out the was it Unity or Unreal Engine based update, modern update to It Came from the Desert. videos are over 2 years old, and that channel has not uploaded any videos for over 2 years. They've not commented or replied to any comments for over 2 years, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. And the web page where they're covering their development, you know, is like a blog page. Again, there is no updates, because, you know, the specific post they link to for the third the third video about it, it's a real shame, because it was coming along really nicely. The guy who was doing it knew what he was doing, actually. It did kind of remind me of you know, an Xbox 360 game. You know, but obviously they're not going to do it exactly the same as the Amiga version. However, it does feel much more 3D, so... And what was that? I think it was Alien Trilogy on the PS1, where the aliens crawl on the ceiling above you. There was a bit of the mini game where you're in the mine, you know, the mining tunnel, and you have to shoot the ants. Now, what people probably have forgotten is just how iffy the frame rate is on the Cinemaware games action sequences. It's a real shame. I wish someone would go back and you know, do something about that, but there is no It Came From the Desert for the C64. Just trying to remember which one I should do first. Actually, I'm not sure one of them is in there. I know one of them is, so we'll do the one that I know definitely is here. So, let's have a go. Here we go. So, Custard Horror mentioned Spore. And like I explained, I don't think that's a breakfast game, as I called him. It's going to take at least a pint of, you know, caffeinated coffee and a couple of smokes. I'm having the second one now, so we should be okay. And it did sound like, from the instructions he was giving me, that there is a fair bit to consider. I fucking hate it when people do a crack throw, which is shit. They're all fucking shit. And then it's not spacebar to exit. They try and trick. Sometimes it's Commodore, sometimes it's run stop, sometimes it's left arrow key. Alright, I see what they're doing there. That's a bit weird. You weirdo, Decibel. Unlimited energy. I guess that makes you invincible then in the game. Now, I did check this game out, but that was while the camera was charging. So our camera's quite close to the TV, so I don't know how loud the music is actually being recorded. So yeah, I did have a quick go at this game. I mean, it's true, once you work out what you're supposed to do, and you can design your own screens. This was a $1.99 game from Mastertronic. Press space. Right, your ship. Laser generators. Bloody hell. Okay. Hope that's coming out on the camera all right. You know what, I can't even see where I am. Yeah, there we go. So it takes a lot of shots to actually knock out the walls. So this bit is a bit like Gauntlet. Why can't I get that one in? That's a bit weird. I'm sure you can get other ones. So, but there is a bit of Gauntlet going on, because these blocks will actually produce these enemies. So it's sort of like a character-based Gauntlet, I suppose, in a way. It's not quite. So it is a puzzle game, obviously. Wonder why that one wouldn't blow up. Anyway, so you got to take out these walls. Alright, right, okay, I've just remembered how you take out the laser walls. I don't think you can do anything with them. So the object is basically to clear all these red squares. Yeah, that's a bit anti-communist, if I'm honest. Oh, there's another thing, these mirrors here, you can actually turn them around, I think. Yeah, there you go. So it's quite a nice little puzzle game, I have to say. So if you take out these generators here, now the movement is very grid runner. So one tiny flick of the joystick and you move one entire character, even though you're a sprite, which makes the movement really fast. Alright, okay, so that's not going to work. Actually, I don't think you meant to kill all these. I think you meant to collect all the blue barrels. I told you, it's been a while since I played this. Ah, crap, if I'd known that. Losing energy fast, actually. So I should have remembered, you got to collect the blue barrels, I believe. Yes. Yeah, there you go. Barrels to be collected. So it does tell you. So to get out of there, it's literally just a case of shooting the... Alright, okay, look, more have appeared. Alright, okay, that kind of put me off. So I remember thinking when I did try this game out, well, apart from controls being a bit tricky like that, I think that's a mistake. I think you move too fast. But the colours make it difficult to actually see exactly what's going on the first level. They improve on the second level. Now obviously I tried this game out with a trained copy, so Gauntlet rules apply really. You have to go headlong into them, I have to say. Oh, bloody hell. I think the black vase type things there, I think they are energy, which it probably says on the main screen, but luckily you can't shoot the things you're supposed to collect. There we we could go out this way actually. Might be a safer option. Alright, we've got to go and get them down there. So we have to go this way anyway. So you have to line yourself up basically to try and take out the monster generators, which maybe that's not what they're called, but oh, we're running dangerously low on energy here. There you go, that's all you got to do. So it's really about getting used to the control system. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Oh crap. See, you literally got to try and take out as many of them. In a way, you do have to play it like Gauntlet. It is almost like a non-scrolling Gauntlet with character-based graphics. Which is interesting because for a very early computer, it might be possible to do an actual version of Gauntlet like this. Obviously, they'd have to have a 40-column screen mode like the C64. So I think we have to try and get some energy actually. See what I mean? It's a bit tricky to play the bastard thing. So luckily, I don't think there's anything else there. There you go. So, yeah, you do kind of, it's like a non-scrolling, puzzle game. Yeah, similar way to Anarchy. Which you can use Gauntlet tactics on, actually. Now, because this is a budget game, the business with the controls here, and it is quite an early game as well. So it's an early budget game. It has all the problems of full price Grid Runner and Matrix, which is, actually stopping on the exact tiny square that you want to. Other than that, I can't really fault the game. And because, like I say, it's an early budget game, I don't know if you can shoot that. Best not to take that risk, thank you. So we're going to have to do something with that. Oh no, I've just trapped myself. That's a bit iffy, actually. How could we get in? Oh, we have to turn them laser generators off. So when you're moving about the maze, it does feel like you're pissing about on a ZX81 game. But like I say, it is a budget game. You probably do get used to that. But it does lose you energy. That is the only thing. So if you never get used to it, you'll have to play the trained version with unlimited energy. So I just think the movement is a problem. It has the same problem as Ranorama, which is a flip screen Gauntlet thingy. Yeah, it is a Gauntlet knockoff really. Hey, what? Where they come? Oh, right. Oh, yeah, see, we have to get them barrels there now. I don't know if this is going to work. So if you ever seen the film 300, you know what that tactic is all about. Okay, I'm not sure how you get to that one then. Your energy does go down over time, same as Gauntlet. So it's a very interesting game. Alright, I think you just have to turn the laser generators off. now that I've opened that, we've opened ourselves up to all manner of madnesses. As Lance from Phone Shop. No, it's not Lance actually. Ah shit, we're just about to run out of energy. Ah, see. So energy is energy, but it's also a bit of a time limit. So we had 2 goes, and we got to the 2nd level, almost to the 3rd on our 2nd go. You know, so I would have liked this game back then, I'm pretty sure. Because I grew up on well-designed Atari games, you know. Easy to work out what you're doing. But there is plenty of strategy that you have to work out. Now, I've only played this game like, well, technically once before. I couldn't tell you how many lives I would have lost because I used the infinite energy. But yeah, I like that. So let's get on with request number 2. Long time ago, Phil Chadwick said to me, did you have Encounter? Can you do Encounter? And I was like, never had Encounter on the C64 because my friend who had an Atari 800, he had Encounter on that, and I thought that version would be better anyway, for obvious reasons. Colour palette, no other reason. It just happens to be oh, and the Atari is almost twice as fast on the CPU, so I never bought it. I think Rescue on Fractalus is probably one of the few games I did buy for the C64, even though I knew full well could never be as good as the Atari version. It's like Shadow of the Beast, it's impossible to do as well as it's done on the old Amiga on any other system. Now if you say Archimedes, never mind SNES, which is the obvious thing people are going to say, well, the Archimedes has a border around it, mate. Same as the C64 and the Atari ST, and games with a border around them, nah, they never look as good as games without a border around them. So I never had Encounter, but hopefully we can work out what the hell we're supposed to do. And the first part is getting the software publisher directory. So Novagen did Encounter. I did buy Mercenary, because there wasn't that much difference between the C64 and the Atari version. I think possibly the Atari version looked a little bit more blocky. I'll have to check that. That's the memory I have there. But I did have Backlash for my Atari ST, which is basically the sequel to Encounter. Although they did also do Encounter after they released Backlash for the ST and Amiga. Hopefully this will just work, although there's no guarantee, because at the end of the day, camera's not lined up. You bastard. Actually, I can't really zoom it up any more than that. Why is it doing that? Here we go. So yeah, people have gone dark on the old YouTube, and 3 of the channels I used to watch for, like, you know, 8-bit stuff. Well, one of them's on hiatus now, and the other 2 stopped doing basically 8-bit reviews ages ago. Okay, how do I get out of this shit? Right, finally. Right, okay, here we go. Nice bit of character scroll, nothing wrong with that, I suppose. for a text editor. Right, joystick port 2, that's all I really needed to know. Thank you. Unlimited shields. No! No. Every level is selectable. Yeah, maybe. Paul Wokes, the prolific... well, he is Mr. Novagen, really. When you think of Paul Wokes, you think of Novagen. He coded up a lot of games for Novagen. Not just on the C64. There's R.I.P. Mr. Paul Wokes. So it's on novice. Right, F7 to begin game. So it's not really a problem with the speed as such. It's really a problem that you can do lots more like shading and stuff on the Atari. You know, like on the horizon and stuff. It's exactly the same as Backlash, because you get bloody missiles. So you can see where they actually appear from. I think I did actually find where the saucers come up from on Backlash on the ST. Whilst playing it for ages. Thank you. Late, so it would have been like dark and the lights would have been off, because I always played C64 games like that. So basically, it's really difficult actually to, you got to kind of go in reverse, because you can't outrun them. It is literally like a missile. It's not like their shots here. Well, it would help if I was lined up with the actual thing. See if we can get close to him. Ooh. So it gives you a fair stab at the game. I'm actually impressed by the speed. I mean, they could have done something with the rasters on the C64, so... I don't know where he is now. Oh, there we go. So they can be off the radar. Ooh, bloody hell, game over. I wouldn't say it's a brutal game, no. I would say it's faster than I expected it to be. So, it's actually not quite as bad as Rescue on Fractalus, which doesn't have the same sort of colours as the Atari version on the C64, but it's also slower. But it's slower simply because the Atari version was written by one of the most amazing programmers ever. He invented fractal mountings for Boeing, the aircraft company. How do they fucking go past me so far? That's annoying actually. And the C64 version is written by the prick who wrote Seamus. That's the problem there. And you can't do a straight conversion. So it's an Atari port job by a shit programmer. However, this isn't. You know, you could have had rasters and, like 2 shades of green, even if it's like all the way up in the distance. Maybe 8 characters, 8 pixels high, 1 character, however you want to do it. I kind of done it with the sky and it don't really work. So I suppose maybe So it's a hell of a lot faster than I would imagine it to be. So that's kind of weird. I was fascinated by Backlash, simply because it does look more realistic. I can't tell where the bloody thing is. Oh, there he is. So yeah, you can't, Mad Commodore, you can't go through the barrels of crude oil there, mate. So actually, apart from the colours, it's just as good as the Atari version, and that's really what Paul Wokes was known for. It was like, yeah, alright, you're going to expect the the C64 version to be slower. Well, wrong, mate. And that applies to Mercenary and also Encounter. So if only Paul Wokes had been given the job of doing Rescue on Fractalus on the C64. Luckily, those muddy colours come in very handy when you're doing mountains. The muddy colours of the C64, obviously. So we reversed out of the... I think this is a bonus level where you've got to dodge these things. So, yeah, I mean, it puts things like Afterburner to shame. It really does. What the fuck were they thinking when they tried to code it that way? Ugh. Doing those circles takes up a hell of a lot of CPU time. Just as much as if you were going to do an Afterburner game with some piddly shit looking bushes on the floor, which actually look like turds. So yeah, that's a real shame. So that proves that someone could improve Rescue on Fractalus, but oh well, never mind. We've got updates to other games that don't need a fucking update. There was nothing wrong with them. They're not even embarrassing on the C64. So you have to kind of reverse when he's coming towards you. Your shots are not limited, so it's not really a problem. So, ooh. Well, this is level 2, so they seem to be coming from further away though. There's a lot of these bastard things I don't like. Yeah, that don't really work for me. Rapid fire. Oof. It's very tricky to get them. I don't know how many you need to... That's a great game on the C64. Actually. I'm not going to mess about with the settings on the old Sony there. Just to try and replicate some, more colourful CPC style graphics. Then again, the footage could be coming out really shit on this. Which is a shame, seeing as this is one of the few request videos I do. I'm on a mission from God, as the Blues Brothers would say. Very interesting. Now on level 1 it alternated between UFOs and missiles. Here we go. Very fast game. Oh shit, where is he? I couldn't even see him. Ah, for fuck's sake. Those missiles are a real bastard actually. So actually after playing this I do feel like playing Backlash. But however, The Amiga version is slightly slower, and the Amiga 1200, both of them are in the box. So yeah, but at the end of the day, I used to see my mate with the Atari all the time. Actually, he used to walk home from school, me and him. My other mate didn't, the one with the Amstrad. And he was like in a different set of classes to me. Same year, but you know, he was with all the troublemakers, poor sod. So I could have played this any time I wanted. Same thing with Rally Speedway. I used to play that on the Atari all the time. I don't know what that means. I don't know what the red, blue and yellow lights mean actually. I know red means missile and we're about to lose a life. There we go. Actually looks better when you reverse out of it. So you can't shoot anything here. I mean, this is demo level coding. Ah, come on. I think on the Atari the colours may change, they may not, I don't know. Someone should really do backlash for the Atari 800. I'd tell them, but no one really wants to talk to me on the Atari forum. I should be specific here, it's I'm talking about the Atari 8-bit computer section of the forum. Although it probably does apply to other sections. Yeah, that is definitely a good game on the C64. Because it's fast enough and you know, it's well designed game for this kind of thing. It's basically a much more action oriented you know, Battlezone type game. It plays much faster than Battlezone, even the arcade. So it's a faster game. I'm not talking about how fast the game runs. I mean the way the game's designed. It's manic, but not minor.